Listen, you don't have to search very hard in the real estate game before you get somebody that's gonna come along and say, hey, I've got an amazing deal. You gotta check this out. And the reality is, it might be the most amazing deal, but there's a chance that it's a nightmare packaged like a present. And when you open it up, there's gremlins that's gonna crawl out and rip your heart out. And it's gonna be all bad nightmare. So how do you really know if the deal is really good or not? That's what I wanna share with you today on Limitless Wealth TV. I'm amazed at how many lessons hindsight has to teach us by the time we wrap up an experience. In the game of real estate, my favorite part is when we get to the end of the deal and I get to look in hindsight, because I started with an expectation of what I hoped would happen. And then when I get to the end, I'm looking at, did I actually get what I wanted? And in the world of real estate, you are going to meet bird dogs, realtors, and people are going to tell you, this is a good deal. Heck, if you work with me and my team, we're going to say, this is a good deal. And today's question is, how do you really know if it's a good deal? Let's dive in. So imagine this scenario. I'll never forget this happening to me. I had this realtor come to me and they had this deal that was so incredibly good. And so I met with them so that they could actually show me the deal. They emailed it over to me. And because I was a seasoned investor, I was shocked at what I saw. Whether this realtor knew it or not, they had sent me a property with numbers so doctored up, altered, changed, enhanced, that it had taken a property that was for sale and added $200,000 of value to it that simply wasn't there. And they were telling me this was a screaming deal. And it's either this person's going to hell or this person has no freaking idea what they're doing. And I just had to know which really was it. And today's video is to protect you from falling in line with people that are telling you there's a good deal and you're taking their word for it versus doing the real sniff check. I want to talk to you today about the sniff check. How did I so easily know that that deal was not a good deal? Well, before I teach you the principle, I want to share with you something. The only way to really know what a house is worth is when you sell it. But we're buying, we're not selling. So we're trying to find a way to read this crystal ball. And the best way to know what something is worth is to take a look at the other similar properties that have recently sold in close proximity. And the feeling is, this home, if it behaves enough like those homes, then we should be good. To give you a really simple example, let's just imagine for a moment that we were trying to buy a condo. I don't do condos, but let's just say we were buying a condo because there's a row of 100 of them. And in the last 6 months, and they're all the same, minus some have nicer condition, maybe one has tile, one has linoleum. They're the same, okay? We got 100 condos. And you have a condo and it's time for you to sell this condo. And you have 5 other neighbors in the last 6 months down the road that successfully sold their condos, all of them for $100,000. What do you expect you would probably get for your condo? Probably $100,000, right? Because in the last 6 months, these other almost near identical properties sold just the same. That's what a good CMA is trying to do. What this one realtor had done in presenting me this deal is they took this tiny 2,000 square foot home and they compared it to a 5,000 square foot home that was in the river bottoms in one of the nicest parts of town. And the house was hundreds of thousands of dollars worth more. And when they put it into the computer system and compared them, like, hey, let's say that this $200,000 home is like this $500,000. And you know what that $500,000 home did? It bumped up and skyrocketed the value of the other home. That was a misjudgment. That was a mistake. That was just blatant error. And I'm just praying for the soul of that human being that they had no idea what they were actually doing. In fact, that really had to be the case. So how do you really know if you got a good deal or not? You need to first of all request a CMA, a comparable market analysis. Right now in the United States, there's several different of these systems, but what they all are designed to do is to take the subject property, the one that you're looking at buying, and they're going to compare it to other properties. Now, who chooses which properties to compare it to? The realtor does. And in my world, I do. Right now, if you're brand new, you're going to trust your realtor and you're going to trust what they say. But I'm not telling you not to trust your realtor. I want to train you how to trust yourself and how you can verify information rather than just trusting information at face value so you don't find yourself getting into the wrong kind of investment. So as I share that with you, here's what you need to understand. When a realtor is performing this computer analysis, a CMA, they're going to take the property that you're trying to figure out the value of. They're going to do this comparable market analysis, and a list of homes are going to come up that have sold in the area. The most responsible thing that realtor can do is find the closest homes that are the most similar in style. So I want you to write down some of these things. Number one, proximity. You don't want to look at homes that are a mile away or 2 miles away or 3 miles away. You're looking for homes that are around the corner as much as possible. Number two, homes that are similar. Don't compare a single family home to a condo. Don't compare $1 million home to a small, simple single family home. You're looking for a home, it's like, if this one's 2,400 square feet on a split level with 1,200 down and 1,200 down, up and down, then what am I looking for? Split level homes with similar square footage. I'm looking for similar bedrooms. I'm looking for similar bathrooms. And if I can find all the homes, and by the way, the more the merrier, but you need at least 3. If you're selling a lot of homes in your market, you might have 30 to pick from, maybe 100 to pick from. If it's been really slow in the market, you might not even have 1 or 2, and then it becomes a big guessing game. But if the market's moving and you've got homes that have sold in the last 6 months, take as many as possible that are as similar to yours. Compare a 3-bedroom home to a 4-bedroom home maybe, but not a 5, not a 6. So you get them all the same, and then at the end of the day, it's going to spit out a number and say, well, if you wanted to compare it to these very similar homes that sold, this is what it's worth. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to be an experienced investor to pick that report apart. All you're going to do is look at across the board, because it'll stack up the homes next to each other. Square footage, square footage, square footage, square footage. Toss out the anomalies. Toss out the weird ones. And ask questions. Ask, why is this one different? Oh, well, that home was a foreclosure. It's like, do we really want to compare to a foreclosure? This isn't a foreclosure. No, we probably don't. Hey, this home is in pristine condition. This home is not. Do we really want to use that as a comparison? Hey, this home is 500 square feet bigger. Do we really want to compare to that one? Hey, this is a 4-car garage and this is a 2-car garage. Do we want to compare that? The system will make a financial adjustment, but it doesn't do anywhere near the justice. And this is the part that I want you to write down. The system will make adjustments, but it doesn't do anywhere near the justice of just picking good comparables in the first place. So that's really what the game comes down to. What I will do if I'm sitting down with a realtor I don't know, I will actually sit down with them when they do that report, and I'll say, pull up the list of properties, and then we'll look at them together and select them. And I actually am going to help use their license to generate the report I want, because that's really, I'm going to put my highest degree of confidence into a good report that I helped create. So friends, at the end of the day, if you want to know a deal is good, do not take someone's word for it. Instead, learn how to read the numbers and understand the basic science of a comparable market analysis. If you want a better understanding of this, or if any of this video went over your head, I want you to click the link. When you go there on my website, you can download my book in PDF format, ebook and audiobook totally for free. Some of you like audiobooks, get the audiobook, but I want you to also get the PDF ebook, because I want you to skip to the section that talks about performing a comparable market analysis. And I'm really going to point out step by step exactly how you do that. That's the best gift that I can possibly give you today. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to aligning yourself with people of honesty, integrity, with a great track record, not so you can trust them, but so that they can do their part to present you with accurate, good information in the first place, and then you can learn how to read and interpret that information to make good choices that you feel good about. No gremlins, nothing climbing out of the package that's gonna be bad, smells weird. Friends, you have the ability to look at these deals and know what's good and know what's not. Download my book, click the link like I mentioned over here, and I'm gonna get you some more information, and get the PDF version so you can see all the visuals and not just audio-wise hear it. And that's gonna help train you up to be a wise, smart investor. A little bit of knowledge goes a really long way when it comes to this game of real estate. And we're friends, right? So what I want you to do is subscribe, hit the bell so I can notify you when our next videos come out, so we can keep training you how to be the smart investor.